Hey y'all, welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. I decided to get on here and do a little quick introduction in case you're new to my channel. My name is Kim and I share What's for Dinner videos every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. I like to share easy and budget-friendly meals that you can make for your family at home. So, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell so that you will always be notified of when I upload a new video. In this week's video, I'm going to be using my air fryer, my pressure cooker, and my crock pot. So there will be a variety of ways that you can cook your meals, and of course you can always adapt them to cook on your stove or whatever. So anyways, let's get into the video. Hey y'all, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinners. I have a good week planned. We're starting out making air fried pork chops. So I have some mayonnaise and I'm spreading my pork chops with mayonnaise on both sides. I will be using my Elechomes air fryer that I was sent a few weeks back, and I actually did a review video of this air fryer a couple weeks ago if you want to go check that out. I'm still learning how to use it, but I really am liking it. Now I'm going to season both sides of my pork chops. I'm actually using Steak and Shake seasoning, but you can use whatever seasoning that you like. And then I have some panko breadcrumbs, and I'm just going to sprinkle those and pat it into both sides of the pork chops. And then we're going to get ready to put it into our air fryer. One step that I forgot to do was to spray the bottom of my basket with non-stick cooking spray, so I would encourage you to do that. But I'm just going to put the pork chops in the bottom, and I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get them in there. But then you're going to want to set your air fryer to 390 degrees for 10 minutes. Okay, when the time is up, you're just going to want to flip the pork chops over, and then you're going to want to cook them on 390 for another 5 minutes. This night, my husband was so hungry. We had 3 more pork chops, and he said, you know what, give me the frying pan and I will fry the other 3. So I came over here and we flipped those, and there was one that was done, but the other 2 still didn't look quite done. So we set our air fryer on 390 for 5 more minutes, and then they were done after that. And actually, I probably could have took them out like after about 3 minutes. And I thought I'd show you these Bush's Southwestern style white beans. Y'all, they were really good. So like I said earlier, we cooked them for 5 more minutes and they were done after that. And so here they are. And then my husband finished the ones that he was frying, and we added those to the plate. And then here it is. We just made those beans and some instant loaded potatoes. Adrian, how do you like the pork chops? Good? Do you like those beans and mashed potatoes? Yummy. Okay, honey, how about you? Good? We did.
The beans are actually really good.
These are good. We actually fried, as you saw in the video, 3 of them we fried and 3 we did in the air fryer because it was just taking too long. So we were wanting to eat. Courtney, what do you think about it?
I don't know. It has a lot of flavor. It's like very strong.
She might have got one that had a lot of seasoning.
Very, very crunchy.
Well, this is my first time making the pork chops in the air fryer, so I wasn't quite sure if they were done, and I should have took them out a little bit sooner. My air fryer must have a little bit different settings than the woman I found the recipe on Pinterest. I'll link it below. And she did say the times would vary depending on your air fryer. So I'm still learning my air fryer, so maybe mine doesn't cook as quickly as some. But it's still, I think, a good air fryer. I just have to learn the best way to cook. thank y'all for watching. This is Saturday night. A lot of times I don't even cook on Saturday night, so bye. Hey y'all, I'm going to share with y'all an air fryer fried pickles recipe. You're going to start out first with your pickles, and you're going to put them on a paper towel to kind of drain some of the juice off of them so they're not so wet. I might have let mine set a little bit too long because I had a couple of problems with this recipe. The flavor was good, but I think that I did something wrong. I don't know. What I think I should have done is done like an egg wash with a little milk and egg and dipped my pickles in that. Dip them in the flour, dip them in the egg wash, dip them back in the flour, and then put them in the air fryer. That is what I would encourage you to do. This, I just used the flour mixture and I coated my pickles, and it may, like I said, have been that I let too much of the juice drain off. I put them into the air fryer and I cooked them like the recipe said. The first batch was a little bit overdone. My second batch, I cut back on my time and they turned out a whole lot better. I just thought I'd quickly show these and have the recipe. I'll have it linked down below, and you can try them if you want. Like I said, the flavoring was good. I would just encourage you to do like an egg wash, and I think that would hold the breading on, and just cut your time back and then try it. Also, if you don't like a lot of spice, I would cut back on the cayenne pepper because they were pretty spicy. I liked them, but if you don't like a lot of cayenne, cut back on them. First batch, second batch. Okay, y'all, we are going to be making indoor grilled burgers. I'm going to start seasoning my meat with garlic powder, onion powder, and then I like to use a McCormick Grill Mate hamburger seasoning. And by the way, Adrian is helping me. He has been a big helper lately. Pepper and salt. I usually use A1 sauce, but I pulled out the bottle and it was empty. Someone put it back empty. But I did have some A1 thick and hearty sauce that I actually got at Dollar Tree, and I think it tastes pretty good. So we put that in there along with an egg to help bind it together. And then I, of course, use my hands when I'm mixing meat like this. It makes things so much easier. I will also be showing you in just a second. I have a hamburger press I bought at Bed Bath & Beyond several years ago. I will try to find one similar and link it in my Amazon store. I kind of make my patty and I put it in the center like that, and then we're going to test it and see if it's going to be the size I want. See, sometimes you can look at it and see over there it doesn't have as much, so I'm going to put a little bit more over there. And just kind of, and I'll just kind of, ta-da, and then I take my plate, and I take this, and I just kind of put it on the plate. And then you can help me with the next. Let me see. Can you see it?
You can put it on. I'll put the wax paper and smush.
Let's see. Hold on. I think I need... Trying to make sure I have it. Okay, put that, and I'll smush it. Ready? Oh, I'll have to see what happens. Some of it came out the side, so let's see. Oh, oops, it kind of... It's okay. Adrian was such a great helper today. He loved helping make these burgers, and I love this little grill press thing, hamburger press thing. I just love it. It makes it so much easier to get the burgers made. And y'all, here is my indoor grill. It's the Hamilton Beach brand, and I got this for Christmas a few years ago from my mother-in-law, and I love this thing. It is so nice. I actually have it linked in my Amazon store. Not sponsored, I just really like it. And this tastes like you're cooking your burgers outside on your grill. I put a little cheese on there and let it melt. And look at those burgers. They were so good. We had pasta salad. The fried pickles did not quite turn out like I thought, but it's okay. We have lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles and onions. And then inside of there, y'all, the meat. So we're about to make our burgers up.
Okay, Adrian, what do you think about the food?
It's good. And didn't you help make this food? He did. He helped put the seasonings, which y'all seen in the video. He was a helper. He did a good job. I'm always doing a good job. Now, let's see what Daddy's reaction. Courtney is controlling the camera. She's
I have to unzoom
in.
it. Okay, Daddy. What do you think?
Was it good?
Oh, that thumbs up.
Thumbs down on the pickles. Y'all, oh my, are you zoomed all in?
No, I'm not.
Okay, the first batch, I did way too long. And I think I soaked too much of the juice out. So there was not a lot for the breading to stick to.
Soak too much juice up. That was sour.
I know, but it needed more moisture for the breading to stick. And then I'm learning slowly that you need to spray it with some kind of cooking spray to help it crisp up in there. So this last batch may actually be better because I've done like 3 batches. But the second batch is not bad. You dip it in here. They're just not as crispy as the ones you get.
I like the noodles. They're good.
These are just the Hidden Valley, just plain, you know. Oh look, she's gonna flip it around. What do you think, Kiki?
Good job. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Y'all, we are making slow cooker beef. I never can pronounce it right. Anyways, it's the meat like for street tacos. I have 5 pounds of roast that I've cut into chunks. The recipe called for 3 to 4 pounds, but I had a really big roast that I cut up. I'm going to add in 1 onion that I diced up. And we're also going to add in 4 cloves of garlic, minced garlic, a 4-ounce can of green chilies, and then it also called for 2 of the chipotle peppers in adobe sauce, and they were supposed to be diced, so I took them out and diced those up and add. And then you're going to add in 1 tablespoon of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, and then it called for 1/2 cup of beef broth, but I used 1 cup because I had used the bouillon cubes and just made it, plus my roast was a little bigger. You're going to add in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and it said the juice from 2 limes, but I have this real lime juice, and it showed on the bottle that 3 tablespoons is equivalent to 1 lime. So I just did that, and I whisk it together, and then I'm going to pour that over my roast. And then the last thing you're going to do is add 2 bay leaves, but I'm just trying to work this in there with the meat. And let me tell y'all, this stuff, oh, it was so good. You're just going to cover it and cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours, or on high, I believe, for 3 to 4 hours. I let mine cook, it was probably over 8 hours or more. Okay, y'all, this has been cooking all day. I ended up turning it up on high because our electricity went out earlier, and I was worried about the time that it was off. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and remove these bay leaves. Just gonna set them over here. Just don't want to leave those in there. And sorry, my dog is barking. I mean, look at this, y'all. It is just falling apart. Smells so good. Everybody's hungry. And so smelling this is making it even harder. So I'm just gonna kind of shred this up. Hey y'all, I have my pressure cooker out. I'm gonna set it on the sear function. And we are gonna make some Mexican charro, if I'm saying it right, beans. And I'm starting out with about 12 ounces of bacon. I just kind of guessed at it. My package was 16 ounces. So I'm gonna start out just putting it in the bottom. I'm cutting it up into pieces. I'm gonna put it in the bottom of this pressure cooker so I can start cooking it. You're probably gonna hear noise. Everybody's coming in the house now. Hey!
Exciting to share with you.
What?
Look.
What?
Look what she got today.
Oh, Ma, you got me nervous.
I was nervous when I got it.
What is it?
Read the top.
Okay, hold on. Junior Beta Club? You're gonna get to be a beta too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm proud of you.
Because I got a 9.
The bacon is still cooking. It's almost done, and then we'll move on to our next steps. Okay, I think that our bacon is pretty much done now. So I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna put it on a plate lined with paper towels. And it says that you can drain the grease and leave like 2 tablespoons, or you can leave the grease in here. And I'm just gonna leave it in here because it's gonna give the beans good flavor. I ain't scared. Here's all of our bacon here on the plate. So now I have an onion that I diced up, and I could not find any jalapeno peppers, y'all. It called for 1 jalapeno pepper. This is actually jalapeno pepper slices I just cut up. That was the closest thing I could find. Everybody was out. It's like a shortage of jalapeno peppers. So now we're gonna let these cook for a couple minutes. And I'm still on the saute function. Now I'm gonna add in 4 cloves of minced garlic. And we're just gonna kind of stir those in for about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna start adding in all of the rest of our ingredients. So now I have 1 pound of beans that I have already sorted and cleaned. We're gonna add a 15-ounce can of fire roasted tomatoes, diced tomatoes with the juices. It said to add 4 cups of chicken broth. So I'll have 2 cans, which is just about 4 cups. We're also going to add 2 cups of water. And then we're going to start adding in some seasoning. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of chili powder. 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, just black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, just twice. And then 1/2 bunch of cilantro chopped up, which I have over here. Dump that in. And stir this up really good. And then it says salt to taste, and I'm going to add, because beans always need salt, so I'm going to add probably 1/2 teaspoon to start with. Since we have the bacon in there, it's kind of salty, so maybe that'll be good. So now, we're going to close up my lid. Make sure that's done. And since I don't have an Instant Pot, it's supposed to be put on high pressure for 45 minutes. And on mine, I believe I usually use number 5, which is steak and meat. I believe that's the highest one. So, and then, oh, sorry, y'all. Then we're going to go up to 45. I'm going to do 50 just because this is a little different, and we're going to start it. Once it is done, it says to let it natural release the pressure, and it will be take about 35 to 40 minutes. So these in total are probably going to take 1.5 hours to cook. a little bit longer than I thought, but it'll be okay. So I'll bring you back. All right, y'all. I think all the pressure has released. These beans better be done. If not, it's gonna be all bad news. Here is the meat, and we got the beans, and we made some Spanish rice. We got limes and stuff, and I have over here the little street tacos, y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick. We have some corn and some flour that we heated up, and now we're about to eat, and we will let you know what we think.
Okay, Jerem, what do you think?
How do you like it, baby?
It's spicy. Yep, but it's good.
Do you like the tacos?
Why are you zooming in?
And the rice, it's amazing.
And my husband, he has, which we've ate the real, how do you say it again? Anyways, how do you say it in Spanish? Yeah, my husband just said it. We've had the authentic kind. Is she all up in my face? No. Anyways,
trying to make sure you
and he said it's pretty close. These are good. A few of my beans were not, I guess the ones that were on the top, I need a real Instant Pot because I can't seem to follow the recipes that call for Instant Pot with my pressure cooker. They never turn out. All right, Bryce, what do you think of the food?
Good.
You like everything? How are those beans? Spicy,
Good.
right? A little bit?
They weren't spicy until I put hot sauce in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We like this Marie Sharp's, y'all. It's habanero pepper sauce. See if it'll focus on it for y'all. Well, it may not have. I can't tell.
From Belize.
It's from Belize. Okay, honey. What did you think of the food? Was it good? Look at that. He likes it. Courtney, how do you like it? Thumbs up? You like the beans, everything?
Not the rice, because I don't like
Oh,
rice.
she don't really like the rice.
She loves the rice.
I've already finished some of these. I'm about to get some more. So, anyways, y'all, I say try it. Very good. All right, I'm coming back because the food was so good. My husband was saying, I don't know if he'll do it now.
Everybody has got to try that meat. I love authentic Mexican food. And that meat is as close to authentic Mexican street tacos as you will ever get. I guarantee it. And you can take that to the bank.
Ah, y'all, he talked and he actually...
He said more than it was good.
Yes, he wouldn't let me show his face, but... and he liked it. It made me feel so good.
Ready? I'm going to show you something. Ready? Grass.
She loves eating cilantro. I love cilantro too, though. Yeah. Hey y'all, tonight we're going to be making some air fryer fried chicken, but I'm going to be doing it with just chicken breast instead of a whole chicken. So I'm going to start the marinade, and you can marinate your chicken anywhere from 1 hour to overnight. It is almost 2 o'clock, so ours will marinate probably for about 3 hours. So I have a ½ cup of buttermilk, and it called for a ½ cup of hot sauce. I have the Frank's Red Hot, but I am scared to use a ½ cup because I don't know, I've never even used this. I don't know how hot it's going to be, and so I don't know. I think I'm just going to use, I'm going to use probably about a quarter of a cup. I'll whisk that together. I have my chicken. I have 6 chicken breasts, and I'm just gonna start putting them in here, and then I will kind of shake this up a little, or get here. I'll just kind of coat them like this. I'll wash my hands when I'm done. Make sure everything's kind of coated in there. Put the lid on. And I will refrigerate this, like I said, until I'm ready to cook, which will probably be around 5, which will give this, sorry, I'll shut that in a minute. But anyways, that way it'll have some time to marinate. And then we'll come back. We're getting our breading started for our chicken. I forgot to turn on my camera, but I have like a little deep pie dish here, and I have put 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. I'm about to get some seasoning salt. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of seasoning salt, and I just have the Lowry's seasoned salt. So 2 teaspoons of that. And it almost, I may almost need to double this, but we're going to start out first doing some chicken in here because I have 6 chicken breasts, so I don't know. It almost looks like it's not enough, but you never know. So I need a teaspoon of garlic powder, which I'm almost out of, so I'm going to need to probably put that on my list. A teaspoon of onion powder. And 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And then a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
This feels weird.
And then you're going to want to whisk it together really, really good. Okay, I want to show you what I did. I have some parchment paper I put in the bottom of the air fryer, and I poked a few holes in it, and some of the holes are open. The recipe where I found this on Pinterest, she actually had liners that she linked in Amazon that you can buy that will fit in here that have little holes, because she said she found that if you use the parchment paper in the bottom, it helps keep the breading on the chicken and it won't stick. So I am going to try it this way. And so, and I may end up buying some of those little liner things. I don't think they're too much. I just haven't ordered any. So we're going to start breading our chicken. And our chicken has been in here for like 3.5 hours, so marinating. So now we're going to try not to make a mess. So I'm going to shaking off a little bit of that liquid, and then we're going to stick it in here and get it coated well on both sides. Shake off a little bit. Then I'm going to take it and put it over here in the air fryer. And you want to make sure that there's enough space. You don't want these to be overlapping. So I may have to cook in batches, and then I'll stick whatever is done earlier like into the oven, and so it can stay warm. Okay, I was able to get 3 pieces into the air fryer, and I'm going to set it at 390 for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to use the function key to set a reminder at 13 minutes to remind me to flip the chicken over. That's one cool thing about this air fryer. You just hold the start button, it'll flash, and then you can put the time that you want it to remind you. Okay, y'all, I forgot to be recording. Okay, I flipped my chicken and I forgot to spray the parchment paper, so the chicken stuck to it. So that sucked. So my breading came off. But the next batch, I'm going to take the parchment paper out and just spray the inside. So we'll see if that does better. Okay, the chicken is done. Like I said, the breading fell off. I did test it. I'm going to go ahead and test one more piece to make sure it has the internal temperature of 165. Which it does have, so we are safe. This time, before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and spray the bottom really good. And now we're going to go over here. We're going to go back over here to our chicken and start dipping it, and I'm going to put it back in the air fryer. I have to kind of move some stuff around. Okay. Now we're going to put it back in there at 390, and then we're going to do the function. I'm going to have it at, this helps me remember, at 13 minutes. I think that should work. It will remind me to flip it. Okay, now I'm going to flip these, y'all. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and spray all the parts where you can see the flour. And let's see, we're going to flip them. Dang it, they still kind of, well, it didn't stick as bad, but some of it stuck. I'll try to get it without taking all the breading off. Oh, that one did better. And then that one. I'm going to go ahead and spray these places so that the places that have flour will taste right. Put it back in there, and we'll let it finish.
Yeah, like,
Holy smokes.
yeah, don't move it.
It got a little dark, but it's okay.
Whoa!
These should be done too. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
It's at 165.
Alrighty.
Or right.
Okay, y'all. I'm going to make hard-boiled eggs in my air fryer. I've had a couple people tell me, hey, you need to try making boiled eggs in the air fryer, and I had never even heard of it. So I went and I Googled on Pinterest actually and found that you could make boiled eggs in the air fryer. So I'm gonna put 12 eggs into my basket, and I'm gonna set the temperature to 250 degrees for 16 minutes. So we'll come over there, show y'all what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stick these, stick them down inside there. And y'all, I am going to have a link down below in the description box on how you can save 40% on one of these air fryers. So y'all go check that out. You can save 40%. I'm going to have the code along the bottom of the screen also. Okay, we're going to set this on 250 degrees for 16 minutes, and then we will come back and we should have hard-boiled eggs. I'm excited. Okay, y'all, our eggs are done. So we're gonna put them in an ice bath. I just have a pot here with some ice water. So I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting the eggs into the ice bath. And it says you're gonna wanna leave them in there for about 5 minutes. So we will find out in 5 minutes or so if this really worked. Okay, I got one egg peeled. I was not recording, so we're gonna cut it open. And it appears to be done. Okay, y'all, we are also gonna make some potato salad. I have a pot here of boiling, sorry, it's steaming up here. Boiling hot water with some salt, and I'm putting, woo, Gina. Whoa. Anyways, I went ahead and diced up my potatoes. Sorry, hopefully this, let me let it clear. Okay. Well, my water's pretty full now. Anyways, the original recipe said, and I didn't realize it till I started reading it, was I was supposed to put my potatoes in here whole with the skins on and boil them for 15 minutes and then peel and cut them. And I didn't notice that until I had already peeled them, so I just went ahead and cut them up into chunks. So I'm gonna let these cook maybe about 10 minutes until they're done, and then I'm gonna take them out. And I'm actually gonna let them cool because I have to run and get my kids from school, so I can't finish the next part because I need some boiled eggs, which I'm gonna make. Okay, another thing we're making to go with tonight's supper is I have the tricolor coleslaw. I just bought it at Walmart, and I'm going to put some of it, actually I will just do the whole bowl, the whole package. Okay, put it into this bowl, and then I bought the Kraft coleslaw dressing. My favorite is actually the Hidden Valley Ranch, but all they had was a really big jar of it, and and it was kind of expensive to me. I think it was like almost $4 for that, and I was like, we'll just try the Kraft. I think it'll be just as good. So, but sometimes you pay for what you get what you pay for. So I may be wishing, but I bet it'll still be good. So I'm just gonna start drizzling, try to drizzle it into your bowl. And like me, and I like to do this a couple of hours before supper so that it has time to kind of get in there, and I don't know, coleslaw to me, it just tastes better after it sets a while in the dressing. And this is even good, a day or two later, usually. So I'm just gonna cover this up with some saran wrap, put it in the refrigerator, and just let it kind of chill and let everything melt together. Just let everything kind of blend together, and then we'll have it for supper. Okay, y'all, I'm going to continue on with making my potato salad, and it calls for 1 cup of diced celery. So I'm kind of cutting it into little pieces right now, and then of course, y'all, I'm gonna use my little handy dandy chopper. So I'm gonna start putting the pieces in here and cutting them or chopping them. And I love this thing. Another cool thing about this is, I don't know if y'all can see very good, but I can see how much it measures to. So that is about a cup. And then I need a 1/2 cup of chopped onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up some onion right here to put in there. So looky there. That's about right. Okay, now I'm going to dice up 3 of those boiled eggs that I made in the air fryer to put into the potato salad. I'm just going to chop them up into really small pieces. Okay, y'all, I have a large bowl right here that I'm going to use to mix all of my stuff up for potato salad. So we're going to go ahead and combine the potatoes, the eggs, and we're going to add the celery and the onions. And then we're going to add in, a 1/2 cup of sweet pickle relish. I put a little less because I'm not sure if my family's gonna like that, but we will find out. And we need 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. And then we also need 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. 1 tablespoon of mustard, and we're going to add some pepper to taste. And since I like pepper, I'm going to put not quite 1/4 teaspoon, maybe more like 1/8, and then 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And I'm just using the Hellmann's mayonnaise. That's our favorite. One day I'm going to try the Duke's mayonnaise because I hear a lot of people talk about that and I've never tried it. And I think the next time I buy mayonnaise, I'm going to try it. So now we're going to mix all this together. There is the potato salad, the coleslaw, the chicken, and then the deviled eggs. I'll have the recipe linked down below. I have shared it on my video a few times. We did this once and I wasn't recording. Okay.
The chicken is good. Got a tiny bit of heat. This is good.
The potato salad?
Yes, the potato salad is good. It might need a little bit more creaminess in it.
Okay.
And then coleslaw, perfect.
Okay. And the chicken, like I said a minute ago.
Deviled eggs are okay. They just need to be colder.
Yeah, I made them kind of later. The chicken, I think I like it, and I think if I would have took it out maybe about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes sooner, it would be perfect. Okay, Courtney, what do you think? Do you like the food? Courtney, why ain't you been talking very much? People gonna wonder what's wrong with you. Are you tired from school? She was trying to go to sleep a while ago. Bryce, quit it. Quit it, Bryce. Okay, how do you like your food, though? Do you like it? Hello?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes.
I said good.
Okay.
I'm sleepy though.
All right, Adrian, how do you like the food, buddy?
Good.
Good?
This and this is not good.
He doesn't really like potato salad or coleslaw.
Want to show your face?
But we pulled out the pasta salad from the other day, and we were eating some of it. Okay, honey, what do you think? Was it good? It was good, he said.
It's not as good as
And there's my plate. I'm still working on it. But yeah, yesterday's meal was probably the favorite of the week. Probably our favorite from several weeks now. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think